Hi, everyone. Mitch, Jay, Chris, and Ron here from Pick Dogs. It is Wednesdays with Ron Romanelli. No Hawks, but still Ron. Yeah. Major League Baseball, NBA, just one game tonight, and I think there's hockey. So a little bit to talk about here. How's it going, Jay?
I'm a devastated fan today on this beautiful money-making Wednesday. My Mavs go down. My Stars jump out to a 3-0 lead and lose 4-3. It was a rough night for the city last night, man, playoff-wise. But I did cash my NBA Player of the Day yesterday on the Boston Celtics, and as much as it pained me to do so, I did take the Thunder Buddies yesterday. So, money-making day. Can't be sad when you put money in your pocket. Our Rangers go out and put up 100 runs on the A's yesterday. That was beautiful to see. Overall good day. Trying to keep the momentum rolling forward into today. Like you said, plenty to talk about. I know I see the comments. So I'll get to y'all in a little bit. Long series. It's gonna be fun though, of course, as always. Glad to see Romanelli and have Ruffalo back. We had the two-man show yesterday, me and Mitch. It was a good show. Glad to see the guys back and ready to talk some sports today. How you doing today, Roof?
No, not bad. Just hanging out. Had day one yesterday in Vegas, so now I'm sort of getting settled in. The time change hit me a little bit, but like I said, we're back in business, ready to make some money today. Hit the books hard. I'm excited. Not the biggest fan of today's baseball card, but I think we can find some value on there.
Ron Romanelli.
Yep, good morning. Got a loaded card today in Major League Baseball, and I'm ready to roll. I don't know what cliche statement to say right now, so I'm just going to say let's do it.
How about this? I bet the Mets 2 days in a row. Does that mean I have a gambling problem?
Oh yeah,
I think
you need help.
That's you start to question yourself when you have the Mets, especially when they're losing. Which the first game they blew the lead, and then last night they were losing 3-0. You just start to question yourself, and it's like I might have a problem. Yeah, it's like
you need to call the number.
It's like what's the matter? What's the matter? I've been betting the Mets again. Like, Mitch, is this Mitch? Like, yeah. Like,
Come on.
You know to stay the hell away. It's like
they never make it easy.
I gotta tell you though, man, that the Cardinals last night really looked pathetic. I mean, that ninth inning, right? They had runners at first and second with one out. Paul Goldschmidt swings at a ball that's like over his head. And then what's his name? Brunson, the DH?
Burleson. Yeah.
Burleson, the DH. I mean, he swings at just a terrible pitch to strike out. I mean, terrible. It's like, meanwhile, it's like, I don't know. I love Crawford, but he just looks funny in that uniform. Makes him look fat. Hey, Crawford. Got news for you. Cardinals home uniform makes you look a little Lance Lynn chunky. Not a great look for you.
Mitch loves calling out the chunky guys in baseball.
You know why? I mean, the thing about here's the weird thing about the chunky guys, especially the pitchers, like a guy like Alec Bernard. That generally the best athletes on the team are the pitchers. Like there was a guy named Carlos Zambrano. I don't know if you remember him. But like all of his teammates would swear up and down. He always looked a little hefty. And all of his teammates swore up and down that he was the best athlete on the team. They were like, I don't know if he's ever played tennis before, but he's like the type of guy he could pick up a tennis racket and just whip your ass. Like he's just that talented.
He was a great hitter.
Yeah, he was a great hitter too. Just the way that it works. Speaking of great hitters, Chris.
Comments, bro.
Chris, how hookers and blow in Vegas, or are you just taking it easy the first night in town?
Taking it easy the first night for sure.
Maybe a little happy ending, a little massage, a little rub down.
I cannot confirm nor deny.
It's like Chris comes on the show. He's like, I think she really liked me. It's like everybody gets the happy ending.
I'm taking it one day at a time.
What's on the agenda today? A little Tony Brown.
No, I haven't heard from Tony.
Did you text him up?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him up again.
Yeah, hit him up. Tony Brown's always down for something.
Yeah.
Say, hey, let's get some Thai food. All right, I'll be there. I like the way Tony Brown when he knows, like when he goes out with me, he knows I'm buying, so it's like he brings friends.
Oh yeah.
He shows up with like,
What do you mean we can't finish all this up? Guess I gotta take it home.
yep. So he shows up with friends in boxes. It's like, way to go, Tony. He's like, I'll have this, and this. I'm like, you're gonna be able to eat all that? He's like, no. It's like 2 people. $438 for Thai food. Anyways, Pirates are playing the Angels. Martin Perez has a day job. Got Phillies against the Blue Jays. I'm going to tell you right now. I took the Blue Jays last night. I was disgusted. They had chances. I mean, even when they had chances, they couldn't do anything. And it's like every time the Phillies had a chance, they did something with it. It was one of those just bad days to be on the Blue Jays, which I'm not on all that often. And then we got the Guardians against the Tigers. I knew that one was going to be. We talked about it on the show. We were like, this is a steer clear game, because that was, and it was, man. What is it? 14 runs in the first 3 innings or something? Crazy. All right, Jay. We don't have any Texas teams here. What do you like?
Decent slot to start us off today. I always love Wednesdays, day baseball. We know this is a fade NOLA program, but I don't have it in me today. I got to take Phillies. I don't like Bassett on the road. Bassett usually has his best stuff at home at the crib, even though 4 of his 5 starts at home haven't really been all that great. He's lost his last 2 at home. So, in my opinion, that's how I see it. If you're struggling at home, why should I be able to trust you on the road? Last time we sent him on the road, Padres got him. He went 5 innings, gave up 6 hits. 4 runs came across. Only 2 were earned, though. Phillies, man, as much as I hate to say it, they are playing well. And I see no real reason to jump off them today. -150. It's right on that cusp where I leave it alone. It's probably a little too high price for my blood. Maybe throw it in a parlay or something. But I like the Phillies to start the day. And I'll go with I'll roll with my guy, Martin Perez. He's not really my guy. I'm just kidding. But he is a former Ranger. He held us down during the bad years. He's been all right this year. He's been serviceable. That's usually what he is. I think he'll be serviceable here today. The Angels started out hot. Since then, they've just been a complete fade. They did look good yesterday with the 9-0 win, but putting it together back-to-back days don't even sound right. So, small lane for me on the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Chris Ruffalo.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Phillies on the run line. I think the Jays are averaging well under 3.5 runs per game this season, and that's like the lowest total they've had through this many games, or second lowest they've had through this many games in franchise history. The offense just isn't working. Nola, like I said, normally, I've been a guy that's tried to fade Nola in the past, but this Blue Jays offense is just terrible right now. And like Jay said, Bassett normally pitches his best baseball at home. At least that's how it was last season. And, he hasn't been great on the road, basically since the beginning of his Blue Jays tenure. I think he's had an ERA over 5. So I'm going to take the Phillies here. They've been crushing right-handed pitching. And I'm also going to take the under in that Guardians-Tigers matchup. Usually Cleveland division unders have been money. And Detroit, still, I don't really trust him against right-handed pitching. I think Bybee can have a good start. And Reese Olson, a better pitcher than that 0-4 record would suggest. Sub-3 ERA. So give me the under 7.5 Tigers, Guardians.
Ron?
Yeah, I'm going to take the over in that Phillies-Blue Jays game. Chris Batsett's been, dreadful on the road this year. He wasn't great on the road last year, but so far this year, 0-3 with that 6.14 ERA, and just giving up a lot of sharp contact, not really missing bats. I think the Phillies get to him. They've been a very strong lineup against righties, like Chris mentioned. And then, Aaron Nola, while I do like his game, and he's definitely improved since the beginning of, his first start of the season, a little bit concerned with that last start. He had some control issues. He's a little bit better on the road, believe it or not, than at Citizens Bank Park. The weather does look like it's going to benefit the hitters in this one. I expect to see some home runs in this game. I would look towards Dalton Varsho for the Blue Jays for a home run prop, and then maybe Bryce Harper, kind of a little square. But I think Harper has a good chance of going yard, and maybe a little stab on Whit Merrifield, a long shot to hit a bomb.
All right, YouTube comment of the day went to Ron Romanelli, Roniak. Rough day yesterday, 10-5. Hopefully we bounce back today.
Yep, we're looking to do
it. That's welcome to the world of YouTube, huh?
Hey man, yeah, kill me, bro.
It's like, that's the way it works, though, man.
I love that it's never good enough attitude. 15-0 or bust.
Yep. Busted up my parlay.
Put on my parlay.
Busted up my 15 pick.
Oh man, they cracked me up, bro.
Wild. Chris looks a little early there in Vegas for you, right, Chris?
Yeah, just at 8 a.m.
Nice. Did you hit up the little downstairs shop at the Aria? I love how the prices are in the Vidara. I love how they don't have prices on anything. It's like shame. It's like it's one of those places. It's the weirdest thing, right? It's like you go to the thing, you get 2 bottles of water, you go to check out, and then you have to use credit card. If you use credit card, they like the first screen that comes up, tip. Like I'm a tipper, but I don't understand. I don't tip at 7-Eleven, It's like, why am I tipping here? Yeah. Right? It's like I self-served unpriced water for the mystery price, and then, you hit me for $19 for 2 Fijis and you want a tip.
I think it's for the food that they prepare in the behind the counter.
What did you have? What did they make you? I know that they're preparing food. I know you had something.
Oh yeah, the ham and cheese panini.
Nice. Nice.
With my $6 bag of Cheetos.
Unpriced.
The $6 bag of Cheetos I didn't know was $6 until I checked out.
I don't like any of these games, but I'll lean to the Blue Jays against Nola. Definitely first 5, if not full game. I'll also go with Martin Perez. I know Soriano's a little bit of a stiff. I know that he has,
he's no stiff.
Yeah, he is. He's a tremendous stiff.
No, he's not.
He's basically a poor man's Zach Wheeler. If it wasn't for bad luck, he'd have no luck at all. 3.77 ERA, but a dreadful 15 walks in 28 2/3. Dreadful.
What's his numbers on the road?
On the road? I don't have that in front of me. What's his numbers on the road?
20 innings, 1 run given up, 1 earned run given up.
How many walks?
11.
Yeah, he's going to pay the price for those.
Yeah, he walks a lot of guys, but he also gets the ground ball outs.
So
sounds like an asshole today.
We'll find out.
Yeah, just the one game.
I don't like.
Good
I don't.
sample.
I don't like this attitude. Stinks.
All right, I'm done. I'm leaving.
Not you, Soriano's.
No, I know. I can't stand to listen to this. You're foolish and lack vision.
How many innings does he usually go before he hands it over to that Angels stoppers in the bullpen?
Hey, David Bednar still got a job in Pittsburgh.
Tanner Bibby is a beast. He's a men among boys. Reese Olson, not so much. 2.70 ERA for Reese Olson.
Olsen been all right this year.
Yeah, I know. Higher. Tanner Bibby.
What do you think Olsen finishes? Does he finishes in the fours?
4.20. That's the expected ERA.
Not quite.
No? What is his real? What does the analytics say?
3.56. So
Wow,
I could see.
That's
I
pretty
could see
good.
him in the 4. Yeah, I could see him at like 3.5 to 4 by the end of the year.
Bibby coming off a real strong performance last time against the Angels, allowing 6 runs. Didn't even take him that long. 5 innings, 8 hits, only 1 walk. Yeah, this game sucks. I like the over again. We saw a ton of runs yesterday. I think we see a ton. Yeah, but the thing is like starting pitcher win-loss record means 0. I don't even look at it. I don't even look at win-loss record for pitcher. I honestly don't even look at it. If I look at it, it's just that it happens to be on the page and I accidentally saw it, but it's not like what I'm looking at. I'm looking at ERA. I'm looking at number of hits and the amount of innings that they've pitched. I'm looking at walks and home runs and strikeouts, of course, but not as much even strikeouts. I'm more like walks, home runs, man. That's how you get beat. You give up a lot of walks and a lot of home runs.
See, this is why I don't get why you knock the expected numbers, because I think you just don't like it because it's new age kind of thinking. But you're preaching the same things that the expected numbers show you.
No.
Walks,
I don't like
and
that. I don't
runs.
like the expected numbers because it's not my idea. Everyone knows
There
that.
you go.
How
That's
how
what
many
it sounds
years
like.
do you have to know me to figure this out? I mean, believe me, if I came up with the concept and it was widely adopted, it's genius.
Yeah, because while you say, "Oh, I don't like that crap," and then you say, "Oh, I look at walks and home runs," it's exactly what I'm looking at. It's just there's a number to tell me what I'm looking at.
I don't need their number. I'll use my own number.
The Mitch Palm.
Yeah, Mitch Palm, exactly. Mitch's expected ERA. Ruffalo's like, I'm not even getting involved in this discussion. No, but I get it. We've always called it regression to the mean, is what we've always called it on this show. We call it regression, and then we also had progression to the mean, which isn't a real term.
Progression.
No, it's positive regression.
Positive regression.
There you go. Positive regression. There you go.
Yes.
Well, that is a thing. We're gonna get there, guys.
Ron and I are of that same belief. Positive regression exists.
We're gonna get you there.
Piece of bacon.
One Wednesday at a time.
Cheese?
No cheese.
Oh man. That's just like in the gym. The coach is always like, you can't just be, focusing on the way up. You gotta focus on the negative. Like that's all I gotta hear. Focus on the negative. This shit ain't working.
Mitch, your team and my team just did a trade.
Did we?
Yeah.
We didn't trade 6 though, did we? Oh, the White Sox or the
White Sox.
The White Sox? We didn't trade Fede, did we?
Nah. Y'all just gave us Robbie Grossman back.
Yes.
We got Grossman back, and we gave y'all Anthony Cuento. I can't even say it. How do you say his name?
I gotta see who it is first.
Anthony Who. It's like 5 O's. And then it's like 2 E.
Not sure. I haven't heard of him.
Duckanese. Anthony Duckanese. Yeah, I think that my expected analytics are just a little bit better than theirs.
I agree. Yeah.
Like I see an ERA. I know that we call it, the Ruffalo term is, the Chris Ruffalo analytics are, he calls it playing to the back of your baseball card. Very scientific term.
Scrappy bunch.
Yeah, they're a scrappy bunch. It's kind of like that first question that Ruffalo ever asked me. It's like questions you ask at an interview by Chris Ruffalo. You ever take a crap so good it felt like you took a 2-hour nap? Thanks, Chris.
Absolutely.
You're hired.
that was in the job interview.
Thanks, Chris. It's a good question. That's
Let me answer your question with a question.
the new YouTube short that you did. It's like, what's your favorite position? What's the most important position? Man, I was waiting for it. It was like a setup. It's like, what's the most important position? It's like, well, there's several important positions. What?
It's a lot of my stomach looking at the TV screen.
I like to do this. I mean, they edited the one. He hasn't posted the one. It's like, how do people lose money betting on the NBA? Ask Jay that. And I sat down next to him like, because they're betting the Clippers, man.
We had to redo that take like 3 or 4 times.
Because they're betting the Clippers, man.
Or Patsy would start talking.
Absolutely. It's like Chris Ruffalo. Where is he? You know, he got stuck in security behind Eric Pathy at the metal detector. It's like, oh man. All right. Got a little off topic. Cardinals against the Mets. Interesting game here, man. Real interesting one. Royals against the Brewers. Dress for less. Joe Ross. Dress for less.
Coming up.
The man. Coming off a real strong outing last time out against the Cubs. And the Cubs taking on the Padres. Dylan cease and desist on the mound.
Where do you come up with this shit?
It just can't. It just happens. It just happens.
You gotta understand. You don't ask how something's made. You just enjoy it when it's there.
Ron hates our bits.
Yeah.
I don't hate the bits. There's just so many of them. It's hard to keep up.
It's just like a database. You just got to store them and understand. Just remember them when they come up.
Mm-hmm.
They get stuck in my head. That's the great part about it.
Chris, you're up.
It's me here. All right. It's like if you've been betting the Cardinals, it's like that's the definition of insanity. You know, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Oh, I'm going to be insane. I'm going to take the Cardinals here. I'm going to take them on the run line. I like what Sonny Gray's brought to the table this season. Maybe I take him in the first 5 if you don't want to deal with the bullpens, but Quintana got lit up in his last start. I can't trust him. Can't trust the Cardinals much more, but I do think Sonny Gray is the far better option on the mound here. So, because that, I'll take the Cardinals. And I'm going to take the Royals. Joe Ross, dress for less. He can go away. He's had his time in the sun. He had a good first couple starts, but he's been struggling. He has pitched better on the road, if anything, but I think Brady Singer, outduels him here. I think this Kansas City lineup that hits righties fairly well gets to Joe Ross, and I think the Royals get the win here. So give me the Royals.
Dress for less. Ron?
It looks like the prospect that the White Sox got in that trade with the Rangers is from the same city that Bun Bun is, Wailuku.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Hawaii?
Yep.
Known for Maui baseball is great, man. They're in the Little League World Series like every freaking year, man, dominating.
Yep. He was a 16th round pick in the 2018 draft.
He's probably like 12, man.
Then he was a 30th round in 2019. But he's in Double-A.
Gotta love Hawaiian baseball coverage. Colton Wong, 2 for 3 today. That's it for today's sports.
He's pitching well, though. He's got 12 and a third, no runs given up in Double-A. But anyway, in this time slot, I'm looking at the under in this Cubs-Padres game. I like both starting pitchers. We saw a low-scoring game yesterday, and the weather looks like it's going to help out the pitchers as well. Windy day blowing in Wrigley. We know that the totals at Wrigley are very dependent on the weather, and that's why the totals aren't usually released the night before. I talked about that on the rundown that we can update in the morning, and now it's a perfect time on the morning show. Give me the under.
We missed you yesterday, Ruffalo. See, it's funny because you talked about the Royals hitting righties and all this other stuff, but what you failed to say was that the Cardinals bat like 180 against left-handed pitching, and Quintana threw like 8 perfect innings against them like a week ago.
That's fair.
The Mets have won 2 games in a row. Like I always say, man, if you bet the Mets more than twice, you got a gambling problem. I like Sonny Gray in this spot, but I don't like those Cardinals bats, so it's got to be the under. Sexy pick. Sonny Gray is 0 to 3 runs per game allowed. We know that.
Is his ERA still under 1? I can't remember. I think it's under 1.
Yeah, well, it's going to go up from there. But the thing is, he's generally 0 to 3 runs is what he allows over his.
But he's been going deep. He's been going deeper into games, though. He used to be a 5-inning guy.
And the thing is, so I like the Royals early in the season, but we're starting to see the regression here already. I think the game that they won the other night was, I don't mean they didn't get lucky, but let's just say it could have gone either way, And I think they might be in trouble here because the Brewers are the better team, and you're getting them at plus money, and plus money, and you're dressing for less, man. You get a lot more for your money.
I do like the Royals here, but I definitely agree with what you're saying when it comes to regression. I have the Royals to win the AL Central, and I have their win total over, but I'd be lying to tell you, I don't love it. I think the win total is going to get there, but I worry about this team. I think the bullpen's got some big question marks. The rotation, guys like Waka really starting to labor now, and I think it's about time for guys like Lugo to start regressing a bit. So the lineup's strong, but I do think that this is not going to be their season as much as I thought it could be. I think it was worth a shot, and it's not over, but I think they're going to have to make some big deals at the deadline, and they don't really have the prospect pool to do that. So
they don't have they're not going to contend this year. There's no reason to do it. No, it's like you don't want to trade away anything that you have.
When they could make a wild card, I wouldn't be stunned, but
will the depth hold up?
Yeah, and that's where I don't think it will be. Yeah,
but the Brewers just never get respect, man. Never. 14-7 on the road. They're good. They're always going to be there. Plus, you get Joe Ross as a dog. How many times is that going to happen in his career? How many career starts does he have? Hayden Wisniewski is a fill-in, type guy against the Padres. Dylan Cease has actually pitched pretty well at Wrigley throughout his career. Like in those games, those White Sox-Cubs games, he always pitched really, really well. He always had to face off against the number 1 of the other team, too. I remember him and Darvish battle, but I think Darvish threw a no-hitter that day. Close to it. Anyways, I'm taking Dylan Cease and desist. I just love betting against the Cubs. I admit it. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not apologizing for it either. Jay?
Call me an idiot because I'm back on the Mets. Y'all know me.
Well, you're not an idiot. You just have a gambling problem.
Well, I might have a gambling problem.
Sickness. We like to call it a sickness on this show.
We know that, though. But look, man, the Cardinals are just ass, fam. They're always ass. They were ass last year. They were not good. They were overpriced a lot last year. People thought coming into this year they were going to do something, and I said, show me. Show me. And until they show me that they're good, I think there's a ton of value in fading them, bro. The Mets are the better team. Is Quintana or Quintana?
And you shouldn't be saying show me about the show me state. That's a low blow with the St. Louis Cardinals there. Hey, show me.
They got to show me something, man, before I want to lay minus 170. Sonny Gray is balling. Overpriced, overvalued. Give me the Mets. Simple. Quintana. There we go. I got it.
Quintana.
Quintana. And then I probably would take the Brew Crew.
Dress
Joe
for
Rock.
less.
Dress for less.
Dress for less.
The Brewers, they just get it done. That's just what they do. Man. That's just what they do. The Brewers remind me of like the who are the Brewers of the NBA? Let me think at the top of my head. The Brewers are like the Pacers of the NBA. That's who they are. Small market, good team, get disrespected. Might shock you by how good they are on a daily basis, and you can make some money betting them. So, the Brewers kind of remind me of the Pacers.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
Yeah.
It's just because of the color scheme. Come on.
No.
And Midwestern. Come on.
The Pacers.
Oh man, I got the can you show pictures on this? Can you add pictures on StreamYard?
Yeah, it's kind of weird though. You gotta go like
I'm gonna
you gotta go like brand. Let me delete some of these. Add overlay. And then you should be able to add it from your thing. It might not be formatted the right way, but
here I'll send it to you what I want to post. You try it. It's just this is just the mock-up, it's not the actual. You see it?
yeah.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I like the mock-up. I'll put it on the screen. Hold on. I gotta send it to myself.
I was wondering when I was going to see this. I wonder how you do it. Yeah, look, the StreamYard always tough to tell. Always tough to do it.
All right, y'all ready? I'm gonna pop it on right now.
All right.
It's loading.
It's the non-color version, just the original carving. The Pick Dog's bobblehead. What do you think?
I like it.
It'll all be, colored in and everything. That's the original carving. There it is. It's awesome.
I like the little money face.
Yeah.
Nah, it's hard.
Pick Dogs. See them on eBay.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, Ron Romanelli, Rangers A's ×2, Reds D-backs, Zach Gallen back in form yesterday. And the Nationals and the Orioles, man, I was kicking myself not putting the Nationals in. We both picked them on the show yesterday, and I really, really liked them. I don't know why I got scared. No idea.
Yeah, same here with I gave it on the rundown. Yeah, Nationals, they've just been a cash cow.
We'll have the bobbleheads. They'll be ready around July, around the All-Star break. I ordered several hundred of them. So we'll have a bunch of them. But I don't know how many ordered. I might order 500. I ordered a ton. So we could always get more. But I just wanted to make sure that we had them. I mean, I'll put 20 of them on my set. Everyone knows that. Mm-hmm. Jays will still be in the box.
I need one that can be in and out of the box.
And this one, I'm going to go with Arizona. I'm going to lay the 1.5 runs to get some nice plus money on our side. I think I like Graham Ashcraft, but I'd much rather take him when he's pitching on the road at home this season. Small sample size, but an ERA above 8 compared to an ERA below 2 on the road in 24 innings. And, Arizona's not been great offensively this year, but I do think they still have a very strong lineup. And I think they'll be able to get to him for a few runs early. Montgomery, we know, when you look at the numbers on paper, they don't look good, but it was really just one bad start against the Dodgers, and who hasn't struggled against the Dodgers in the last couple of weeks? So for me, I think Montgomery bounces back. He pitched well with the previous 2 outings. He's facing a Reds team that last few weeks or so dead last in OPS and isolated power against lefties. So I'm going to go with Arizona, lay the 1.5.
All right. I'm going to take Arizona as well. I think probably the Reds are really playing bad baseball right now. They're just stinking it up, and Graham can kiss my Ashcraft. Everyone knows that. Ruflo already setting up for the bit. It's already there. I don't know. Michael Lorenzen and JP Sears, I think it's got to be a tough day for Jay because he loves him some Michael Lorenzen. But I like JP Sears in that one. I think the Rangers have to be tired from running around the bases yesterday. I mean, they really – Marcus Semien almost hit for the cycle in the second inning. It was close. I think Jack Leiter improves over what we saw last time. I think the Rangers get that one. I mean, he can't be nearly as bad as that. He looked to settle in a little bit. Well, I mean, you can't say ouch. He was a first-time starter. I mean, this guy, you might look back at this one and say, Leiter at minus 124. Wow, remember when I used to say this about Tim Lincecum. Lincecum was always like plus money or like even money. Always, man. All the way up until like a month before they were handing him the Cy Young Award. And then like the next year, you couldn't touch him. And then the year after that, it was just, oh man, it was a great fade machine, right? But the thing is that, you got to buy low on these pitchers, man, because you might never get them again like this. Jacob deGrom was the same way. I mean, Nola back in the day was one of my guys, when he was cheap. I mean, we haven't seen those days in a while. Chris, you look disgusted. I said, Nola was one of my guys. They didn't try and slip you one of those kind bars, did they?
No, they tried giving me a fig bar.
All right.
The fig bars, they're like the different flavored ones at the cash register.
Yeah, Rufo gets a little bitchy. They trying to slip them. Isn't that nutritious?
They're like, don't you need? Did you eat your fiber today?
Hey, 2-team parlay, man. Lay the shit up, man. Take the Rangers in both. Don't even overcomplicate it. Y'all gonna start. Y'all gonna hear me out, man. Y'all gonna hear me out. Look, we're hot, bro. We're hot. And when we get hot, we're just not a team you want to step in front of, okay? The offense, this is what I've been preaching all year. We're not a pitching team. We never were a pitching team, so you can't really look at us as a pitching team. We're an offensive team. We're the second best offensive team in baseball. And when the offense gets to cooking in the manner that it's cooking, you don't want to step in front of them. What you want to do is try to maximize your profits. So I would say just do the 2-team parlay, Rangers money line. I like JP Sears. He did pitch well against my Rangers last outing out. I was there. That wasn't the Rangers that are currently hitting yesterday. They put up a 10 spot in the second inning yesterday. 15 runs. Is that who you really want to step in front of right now? No, sir. Not me. So no longer the 50-50 Rangers, 5 games above 500, looking for our 5th straight win and our 6th straight win. I think we get both. When you kind of look back at our wins, they're dominant wins except for one. So when I tell you to lay runs and maximize your profits, that's what I think you should do. So that's where I'm at today. I'm on my Rangers game 1 with Lorenzen. I'm on the Rangers game 2 with Leiter. Leiter did look terrible his first outing out. But since then, he's been dealing down there in AAA. Like, I'm talking about going off. So we'll see if it translates back to today. I think it probably will. The A's, they starting to rear their head again under them same A's. They've now lost 3 straight. We rode them there for a while. Might be time to fade them. I'm on my Rangers, short, sweet, simple. And then what was the other one in this slot? Oh, I'm on Monty. On the road here. The Reds, they're just in fade mode right now. They seem lifeless. I'm with Romanelli. I thought Monty's been just fine this season. He just had one bad outing against the Dodgers, whose lineup goes like this: Mookie, Shohei, Freddie Freeman. Bro, stop it. Hey, so, I'm not going to hold that too much over him.
Yeah, well, it's the same lineup that Mitchell Parker 2-hit, right? Or what was his name? The other guy, Jake
Irvin.
Jake Irvin 2-hit him, right? Same lineup.
No.
No excuses. I mean, he just didn't have his stuff. It's like, believe me, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, these guys, even if they bat 350, they still, that's 7 out of 10 times at bat, they get out.
Now you're right. You're right. I get it. But damn, that's a hell of a lineup to attack, man.
Hey, man, 1 World Series in the last 35 years.
You're right.
Congratulations, guys.
You're right.
Shortened season.
You're right. They got the same amount of rings as I do. But I'll take Monty on the road today. I don't really like the way the Reds are playing. The Reds are a streaky team. When they're hot, you ride them. When they're cold, you fade them. When they're cold right now, until they show me signs of life, I can't touch them.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Diamondbacks as well. They've been the worst team in baseball in the last 2 weeks against left-handed pitching. Second worst in batting average, worst in team OPS. It's bad. I think the only thing you have to worry about with Arizona is that bullpen. But when Cincinnati, in a hitter ballpark like Great American, is scoring 2 runs or less every night, it's cause for concern. And I'm going to go with the Diamondbacks as a result. I think Montgomery has a decent enough start here. Gets him the win. I don't like either legs of that Texas A's doubleheader. So strictly Diamondbacks for me there.
All right. Strictly Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
Did we do Dodgers-Marlins? Did we skip that? Did we do Dodgers-Marlins?
No, we didn't.
All right, so Dodgers-Marlins. Oh, man, we made a mess of that slot. So Dodgers-Marlins. We did Nationals-Orioles. Yeah, we did. I just didn't get to talk about it. And then, because I got sidetracked. And then Rays, White Sox. I'm up first. Rays suck, and so does Savali. He's just absolute dumpster fire. He's up against the man, the myth, the legend, KBO All-Star, Chris Flexen. It's all White Sox all day in this one. He's going to bust him up, man. Savali is in pure regression mode right now. Let's just take a quick look at his numbers from his last 3 starts. The Mitchie expected is pain in this one. And I'm going to definitely take the White Sox. I'll reverse run line this thing. White Sox, Yurfee, first 5 innings, first inning, and everything in between. Let's see what this guy's ERA is. Last 3. What am I looking at? I'm looking at the wrong game. Why am I looking at the Kansas City? What day is this?
Flexes.
What?
What are you're looking for? What he's done recently?
Savali.
Oh, Zavala. Yeah, he's getting crushed.
Yeah, he's getting busted up. Something fierce. Like, I haven't seen a beating this bad since Chris Ruffalo at the craps table last night.
His ERA in the last 2 is 9 or 13. Excuse me, 13.
Yeah, in his last 3, 11.85.
When the hell did I go to the craps table?
I don't know. I just figured it sounded like a good transition. I take it back, Chris.
No, I'm just saying you could have went with something else. Like last time I don't know.
Last time I was in Vegas and played slots with Costi. Costi's like, you realize you're playing $25 a spin. Like, don't judge me.
It's huff and puff.
I had no idea I was playing 25 a spin, but so what? He's like, you realize you're playing 25 a spin. So what? Anyways, yeah, Savali's dirtbag, terrible. Doubled up Flexen's ERA. The mighty Chris Flexen. He'll be flexing his muscles and everything else out there on the mound today in Tampa. Who else in the slot? Yankees-Astros. Did we say? Yep. Dodgers-Marlins. Ryan Weather. It's the Ryan Weather show. Actually, that first game, the Marlins kind of hung in there until they got bombed with all the home runs. And even after that, they were still in it. So I like Ryan Weathers here. I like him plus the 1.5. Gavin Stone. It just doesn't have the stones, to hang in this sort of matchup. And I'll roll with, Don Arrighetti. I'm gonna. Lost the lucky penny. Got the backup.
You know you want Arrighetti.
It's Arrighetti's world. We're just living in it. Jay.
Yes, sir. Let's go with the Tampa Bay Rays and just take a money line. Parlay the Rays and who was the one from earlier, and the Phillies, and you should be all right today. The White Sox are ass, bro.
Looks like a triangle.
That's fine. I'll be in the box, and I'll be in the box. I'll take Savale. The thing is the Rays, they're back above 500. They're hot. They're at home. Like, this is what the Rays do. I'm the biggest Rays hater of them all. I fade the Rays more than anybody. But you got to be logical, man. They're playing the worst team in baseball. This is the get right spot for Savale. Shit, he might come out there and pitch a gem today. You should be fine on the run line with the Rays. I've just been taking them money line and putting it in parlays, and I've been just fine the last couple days. They're not playing great competition at home at the crib. When you look at the Rays over the last couple seasons, this is what they do at home in the Trop. They always good in the Trop. They're going to get it done at home in the Trop. Is there a ton of, opportunity on the White Sox? Value per se? Maybe. I get it. But I'm just going to take the Rays. And I can't take Arrighetti either. I gotta take the Yanks.
You missed it, Mitch. He gave out a minus 240 money line.
Who did?
Jay Briggs.
Figures.
Right when you leave.
It's typical.
He knew it was coming, man. I gotta face
Dodgers.
Rays.
Oh, Savali.
Yeah, Savali.
What planet, man? It's 11.85 ERA.
Is that like the less like you save the in what world for like the most egregious, and it's like when it's not as serious, you go in what planet?
So, yeah.
On what planet?
The what world is usually in the heated argument.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take another favorite. I'm gonna take the Yanks, man.
Gee, that's a shocker.
No. I'll be in the box today, man.
Hype train. He's all over the hype train.
The Astros are just ass, man. All right, here we go. Square parlay.
No.
Yankees, Rays, Phillies. That's as square as it get.
I'll take it.
I'll throw the Dodgers in there too. 4-teamer, as square as it gets. Happens sometimes. What you got, Roof?
Muted.
Sorry, I didn't really say much. I just said, "Oh God." Oh man. The only one I like here is the Yankees. I know Spencer Arrighetti's coming off his best start, but this is still against a Yankee lineup that's been better against righties this season than we've seen him. In the past, he struck out a lot. They've been a lot more disciplined. I don't love Carlos Rodon as much as the next person. I know that the Astros are getting better against left-handed pitching, but every time I think the Astros are ready to start to turn the corner, they fall flat. And
because they're ass.
Flatter than Costi trying to do a push-up with Ruffalo on his back.
Yeah, that flat. Flat with a torn rotator cuff. I'm sorry, I heard something pop. Okay. Yeah, give me the Yankees here.
I think in 30 years or so, I'm going to tell my grandchildren we used to get plus 125 fading Carlos Rodon, as it's just too good to pass up. I mean, he reminds me of another former Giant lefty that left the team and was never the same in Madison Bumgarner. Rodon is just not sharp, and we saw last time out, Mr. Regression put on a show for us. 6 runs given up, 6 earned runs, 7 total runs, and 3 bombs to go with it. In a blowout loss to the Orioles. The Astros are not the Orioles in terms of their numbers against lefties, but they're pretty darn close, especially the last few years overall with this lineup. And you know what? This team already faced Rodon at the beginning of the season, so they've already seen him once. They had so many chances to score in that it was that second game of the season. They had 3 walks and 5 base hits and 4 1/3 innings. They just weren't able to make him pay with runners in scoring position. I think they get to him in this spot. And Arrighetti, like Chris said, coming off his best start of his career, obviously at the major league level and of the season. The walks are the big problem with Arrighetti. He puts a lot of guys on via the free pass. The Yankees are a team to take advantage of that. They have a high walk rate, but he's also got good strikeout stuff. He limits sharp contact, and I think if he's only given up 1 home run this season, I think if he can get those ground ball outs and double plays, we've seen the Yankees hit into many of those this year, he'll be just fine. So I'm going to go with the Astros.
Let me get a Soto home run today off of Arrighetti. Let me get one of them.
Jay's going for all the squarest plays on the board. How about a Aaron Judge home run?
No, I think today's a Soto day. Hit him with the little Soto.
How
How about
Mookie
Chipper
Betts?
Jones?
Mookie Betts over a half a base.
Yes, sir. Sign me up.
Minus 250 or something.
He's still got don't worry, he's still got that Spencer Strider Cy Young future cooking. Braves against the Red Sox. Nick Pivetta makes his way back to shore up that Red Sox rotation. The Red Sox played well, man. I spent half that game regretting not putting the Red Sox in as a premium. I spent the second half of the game thankful that I didn't put the Red Sox in as a premium.
I had the Red Sox as my play of the day, so you feel how I feel.
Twins against the Mariners. Jorge Kirby on the bump. And it is the Rockies. Peter Lambert with a day job up against Jordan Hicks. Yeah. The Rockies, Jay always talks about how bad my White Sox are, but thankfully, we still got the Colorado Rockies.
Yes, we do have the Colorado Rockies. I will be seeing these boys in action in a couple days.
Don't buy your tickets ahead of time. Make sure you just buy them at the gate.
Yeah.
Gotta get them at the last second because you're going to get in for nothing.
I kind of figured that.
I want to see how low you could possibly get a ticket for this game.
So the question is where do I want to sit? I'm probably going to catch 2 games. I'm probably going to catch Friday and Sunday. Do I want to sit in the outfield or do I want to sit behind
Rangers dugout, man, right by the on deck circle? Got to sit front row by the on deck circle.
They'll probably toss the ball.
Yeah, you can talk to the guys. You guys, they'll give you a ball, come over, do pictures with you.
See if you could sit like not even above the dugout, like right like next to the dugout.
Right next to the dugout by the on deck circle is where you want to sit. By the on deck circle. That's where they come out. They'll say, "Hey man, can you get me a couple of hot dogs?" And they give you money. Go get them.
You can make a sign. I flew all the way from Dallas for this. This is my first game.
I'll tell you, in college, man, I hated the Red Sox, but the relief pitchers in the bullpen, they used to ask us all the time, "Hey, can you get us a couple of hot dogs?" Like Bob Stanley and a couple of those guys, like all the time, man. It's like,
I flew 800 miles for a Rangers game as long as Heaney didn't pitch.
So, yeah, it's going to be fun, especially with the way we're hitting the ball right now, man. I might blow the doors off the Rockies. I'm going to take the over today in the Rockies game is what I'm going to do. We know Peter Lambert. We already know what's up with this guy. Jordan Hicks numbers aren't that bad, but the Rockies at home, they usually play okay. And I could see today being like a decent bounce-back style outing from them today. I think they get a couple runs. Giants do what they do, win the game. Total it's kind of high, 10.5, but I think it's high for a reason. Or it's 9.5 now, open at 10.5. So I can see this being like 6-5, 7-8, something like that. Higher scoring game today. Giants probably steal it. I wouldn't bet the Giants. I would just bet the over. What I do really, really like in this slot, though, is my guy, Jorge Kirby. Jorge been dealing recently, bro. And his team don't be backing him up like they should. Because even though his last game he went 6 innings, 4 hits, and they lost to the Astros, he only gave up 1 earned, 1 run. He looked good. 2 games before that, he gave up no runs, went 7 innings, 5 innings, man. When I see Jorge Kirby on the mound, I trust him. Y'all already know I love fading the Twins. There's nothing I love more than fading the damn Twins.
Clippers.
Twins, Clippers, Timberwolves. You know, they're all in that airspace. Chris, you know, all of them. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm taking the Mariners, though. And quickly, I'll sign back up for the Red Sox, bro. I'll sign back up. I still believe that this is the worst stretch of baseball the Braves are playing of the season, even though they did play the Dodgers. Minus 200. Stop it. Chris Sale, he's all right. He good. Don't get me wrong. He's good. But minus 200, nah, the value's on the Red Sox is all I'm saying.
All I'm going to say about Jay's little comment, there's truth to every joke. I'm going to go with the Mariners here as well. I remember that Mariners game with George Kirby. Kirby pitched a gem and then left the game, and the bullpen just could not find the plate even at a buffet. It was bad. And I think today they get the bounce back for him. At least Kirby finishes the job, I should say. I just think Chris Paddock's pitching well above his pay grade. And while the Twins have been on fire, you kind of know what the Twins are. We can call them 50-50 Twins for a reason. And I think that Seattle gets it done here. So give me the Seattle Mariners in that one. And I lean towards the Giants just because I can't trust Peter Lambert, but I can't lay minus 184 or chase a run line with him. So maybe use the Giants as a parlay piece, if anything, or maybe just take them in the first 5 if you like Hicks over Lambert. But the Mariners are the best play there for me for sure.
I'm actually going to fade Mr. Briggs here. I'm going to take the under in that Rockies-Giants game. 9.5 may seem steep, but it's actually pretty low for a Coors Field game. I actually don't remember the last time I saw a Coors Field total at 9.5, and I think it's low for a reason because Jordan Hicks is kind of exactly what you would want for a Coors Field pitcher, keeping the ball on the ground. He's got good velocity. You know, he's not – for somebody that throws as fast a fastball as he doesn't really have that great of strikeout stuff, but he does a good job of limiting sharp contact, keeping the ball on the ground. The Rockies, that was their big problem last night was they just – I don't know how many groundouts. I mean, they rarely struck out against Harrison, but just way too many groundouts in key spots. And, the Giants offensively in that game, while they scored to 5 runs and had, I think, 9-10 hits, they had so many infield singles and bloop singles and nothing sharp at all. I don't even know if they had an extra base hit. I think they had 1 bloop double, and that was it. And it honestly could have been an error. So I didn't like the look at either offense yesterday. And the weather for Coors Field today is actually more beneficial to hit 2 pitchers than it usually is. So with the wind blowing in, it's going to be a little chilly out there. Give me the under.
I'm going to have to go against Kirby here and take the Twins. Way too many people on the Mariners for my taste. And I think this is the type of series that you do that. And plus, my second favorite Ron Romanelli comment today in the YouTube comments was someone saying, that how they lost on the Twins, which I was watching that game when Raleigh was up at the plate. And I have to say, I've seen some horrible pitches in my lifetime. And that one ranks right up there. That ball, I'm telling you, if it doesn't hit off the facade there on the 3rd deck, that thing is still going. Anyone else see that home run? You got it. If you didn't see Raleigh's grand slam last night, you got to Google this thing, man, because this is one of those where the guy throws in, I swear, they showed this pitch speed. It was 82 miles an hour straight down the middle of the plate on a 3-1 count. And Raleigh turns on this thing and it hits off the railing on the upper deck of the stadium and falls straight down, or else it would still be going, man. It was just jacked. I mean, you have to see this thing. This is one of the best home runs you'll see of the season. And But I think the Twins bounce back, man. I think they learned a lesson the hard way, and I think they bounce back here in this game. I love the Ron YouTube comment about the in the comments. You got to go with more consistent teams. You know, that's why he lost on the Twins. They're 14-3 in their last 17. I don't really. What am I missing here? I mean, basically, you got a reliever that just. I mean, I don't even know what he was thinking. Have you guys been able to find it?
Yeah, I saw it. It was an absolute tank.
Did you see that, Jack?
Yeah.
Oh my God, man!
It was
It's
450.
like, is that what they called it? But does that take into account what the speed that it's going when it hits the front of the thing?
Yeah.
I mean, did you see the height on that ball?
I know.
I mean, you don't.
There's absolutely no doubt.
That's like an Aaron Judge home run derby contest home run is what that is. Like when Stanton and Judge were hitting in the home run derby, hitting it like out of the stadium into the snack bar. It was like, that's what these are. That was what that one was. You just don't see a lot of in-game home runs like that. You know, it was like, oh my, especially a grand slam. It's like he did the bat flip, like the guy throws the pitch. It was like, is this it's like Bryce Harper's father lobbing him in the pitch or something. Adley Rushman. I don't know. But I'm going Paddock in this one. I like Kirby. Everyone knows that. I just don't like the way the Mariners are playing right now, to be honest with you. I know it's 6-4 in the last 10, 20, and 16. But I don't know. Just I got a yucky feeling about the Mariners in that one. Just have it. Twins have been winning a lot of games late. They lost late yesterday. We'll go Jordan Hicks and the Giants all lay 2.5 runs. It's Pete Lambert. And Red Sox Braves. Tough one. I like the Red Sox, I guess. The value. Two good odds to pass up for me. Red Sox have really played well in Atlanta over the years. I think 20-9 in the last 29 in Atlanta. So I'll take the Red Sox. Yeah, that home run was just like it's one of those ones like my wife does. She doesn't care less, but I still got to point it out to her. You guys see this? I'm still stunned. I'm still stunned. Got the Knicks and the Pacers game 2, Madison Square Garden. Jay, what do you think?
I think the Knicks got a great whistle that, helped them get that dub in game 1. I think the Knicks are a really good team, but I see this as a 50-50 game. Knicks failed to cover in game 1. I think this game 2 is going to be eerie similar to game 1. I would take the points in my back pocket with Indiana, but y'all know personally that's not how I like to do things. You're going to give me plus 170 on the Pacers, bro? Sign me up. That's where I'm at. I'm on the Pacers, money line. We saw the Pacers struggle kind of in game 1 last series and then come back and dominate game 2 against Milwaukee. I thought Indiana pretty much controlled that game from after second quarter through most of the fourth. I thought they controlled it. And that's even with their best player, Tyrese Halliburton, having the shitty game that he had. I think this series is a 50-50 series. I think this is a 50-50 game. I think the Knicks are overvalued here. That's how I see it, honestly. So I'm attacking the plus money with the Indiana Pacers. I would take the points in my back pocket. Indiana for me.
Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Pacers as well. Yeah, it's a lot of what Jay said. I have the same feeling in this series that I had about Denver, Minnesota, even though it's been complete domination.
Sounds like you have to go to the bathroom.
But yeah, I think this is going to be a tight series the entire way. So getting more than a couple possessions with the Pacers, think it's definitely a great spot to be in with the points. Maybe put a little bit on the money line as well. So, yeah, Pacers for me as well.
Yeah, I'm going to take Pacers money line. Fundamentally, they were the better team in that first game. The Knicks just made some more key shots from the 3-point line and the free throw line. 48% from three is not going to be something you can expect each game. And I think Indiana was right there, even though the Knicks were outstanding from the floor. So I think there's value on Indiana at the plus money price on the money line. I take the points as well. Maybe split your bet in half.
Interesting stat. Through how many games have the Knicks played? They go to 6 with the Sixers, so they played 7 games. Through 7 games in the postseason, the Knicks have only outscored those two teams by a combined 5 points. And remember, they won last game by 4. So that's how competitive Knicks postseason games have been. Like they're like that tight.
And this is the Knicks at the end of the day. We know how this franchise goes. At least I do. It's growing up a fan. Anytime you get any expectations or hope, it's over.
I love Brunson. Brunson is Hemi. You know what I mean? He is having a historic postseason run. But I woke up, I checked ESPN this morning. They said, we've never seen a run like this in the postseason since Michael Jordan. I just instantly put my head there. Like, oh. Stop. I like what he's doing. He is balling. Mr. 40 Burger. He is hooping. I ain't taking nothing from him. But, oh, it's so nice.
I don't know, man. I think this is a tough one for me because a lot of people are on the Pacers, and I have liked the Pacers a lot this season and this series. But, man, the more people that get on them, the harder it is for me to stay on them. Everyone knows that. Just a lot of love for them. So one of those games where I'll probably take the Pacers money line and the Knicks with the points. Minus the points. See if I can squeeze out of probably a loss either way, right?
Second thought.
Yeah, it's a good way to lose money. That doesn't work.
No, here you go. Lay the points with the Knicks and take the points with the Pacers. You can't lose.
Pretty much.
Oh, but $20, that's what you're going to lose.
Pretty much.
Whatever the juice is.
Yeah, $20.
Basically, I'm not betting it. Are we doing playback? We're not doing playback.
I'm home tonight, so we can.
Good playback. Maybe do second half. We got to figure out what we're doing at halftime if we're doing a full game playback.
For sure. Just let me know. I'm around today.
I got the full day. I got meetings all day and the drive-through. So, but we'll see. It's all right. I can still do it. God knows I'm not doing anything else.
The Kia MVP will be announced tonight.
Who is it?
Ruffalo.
It's probably Jokic. Even though
What are the odds for it?
Oh, I got to ask you guys. Anyone order the new iPad?
No.
No? Did you guys see it?
No.
No? They released the new iPad yesterday. I got one. I admit it. They shipped it this week. Next week. I admit it. I went on the hype train, the Jay Briggs hype train. I spent like $2,300. I'm like, I don't care, man. I'm getting it. It's like thinner than an iPad Nano. It's got the M4 chip, and it's like got OLED screen. It's like this is like they haven't really done a real update on the iPad in like over 4 years. So it's like a big update. I'm really excited about it. I got the Pro. You know, I went nuts. I didn't care. It's work. I use it for work.
That's what's up.
They're nice.
Ron, they got it's pretty much Jokic. It's like -3.
Yeah, I see. I see minus 7,000 at FanDuel, 4,000 at DraftKings.
I'm going to get it by May 10th.
It's 2 days.
Oh, no, that's just the cover that I get by May 10th. The iPad arrives May 15th.
That's 7 days.
Bastards. Oh, well, I'm getting one. I ordered it the first, I was waiting for the announcement. Then I knew that they were holding the thing. I waited till right when it was over, and I ordered it. Didn't care what he said. All right, we got hockey. Mr. Ruffalo, what do you think? 2 games. I like Vancouver against Edmonton. I'm not a hockey guy, but I tell you what, the Canucks in the underdog role have owned it, right?
They have. My concern for the Canucks is their goaltending situation.
Didn't ask you. Just said this is what I'm thinking. You can share.
Oh,
your
sorry.
own
Okay,
opinion.
sorry. My apologies. I thought you.
No, you could say you have a concern with the Canucks, though, and also, of course, puck line.
You know my thought. I said Panthers in 4. I was wrong. Panthers in 5.
Go ahead. Anyways, go ahead.
I like the under in that game. I think Jeremy Swayman is just playing out of his mind right now.
No one knows who that is, Chris. Just
the Boston goaltender.
Yeah, no one knows.
No
one knows players. So the Boston University guy, though, is going to be the first pick again. Another one, right?
Head to San Jose.
Yeah, but he's going to be the first pick, right?
Yeah.
Boston U. Another guy. So. Boston U's had a lot of first overall picks. Jack Eichel. Yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, I like the under in that Panthers Bruins game. I think it's going to be physical, tight throughout. Florida doesn't want to go to Boston down 0-2, and Boston doesn't want to let Florida back in this series. I think it's going to be first to 3 wins. Goaltending clinic. So give me the under there. And I'm going to take the Oilers here. I know the Canucks have been really good in the underdog role, but I see I just see that the backups for Vancouver in this series, the backup goalies, I think McDavid and Draisaitl smell blood here. I think the Oilers come out firing. I'm going to take the Oilers.
Chris said tight from start to finish. Ron.
Just a lean towards Edmonton, but don't love anything.
Jay, any hockey for you?
2-team parlay, Panthers, Canucks. Lay that shit up. Panthers, they not falling down 0-2 heading on the road to the Bruins. I took the Bruins game 1 mainly because I felt like the off break for the Panthers kind of was screwed them over. They're going to come home, respond. I mean, not come home, but they're going to respond today at home, send that thing tied up back to Boston. And then I hate to be that guy, man, but Edmonton favored at this time of the season. God damn it, man. It is funny because everybody falling for it. They're on the road and they favored, bro. Stop it. 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 Give me the Canucks. Home dog. I could give 2 shits about McDavid and all that hype, man. Canucks were the better team throughout most of the season. There's no reason that they should be a dog at home, bro. None. So I'll take them.
All right. Parlay time. Chris.
Yeah, let's go with the under in the Bruins and Panthers game. Let's go with the New York Yankees and the under in Detroit and Cleveland, the Tigers and Guardians.
I'm going to go over Blue Jays, Phillies, under Giants and Rockies, and the Arizona Diamondbacks laying the 1.5 runs.
Tampa Bay Rays, New York Yankees, Los Angeles Dodgers, Philadelphia Phillies, Florida Panthers. 5-teamer. Call me Mr. Square.
I will. I'm going to take the Marlins, take the White Sox, and the Panthers puck line. All Florida parlay. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to try and act more professional tomorrow. Ron will be back next week. You joining us this weekend, Ron?
I think so, on one of the days.
All right. He'll be here one of the days on the weekend. Chris, when are you home from Vegas?
I take the red eye Friday night, so Saturday morning I might be there. If not, I'll be there Sunday.
All right. See you, doctor. Get rid of it. Thanks, everyone. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. And have a winning day.